It seems like he's out there somewhere shouting, you know, I'm here. You know, you're nearly there, you're nearly there. He's just around the next corner.
I just feel that he's there. This is how I imagine it. That he is there, out there, just waiting to be found, waiting, saying, come on, Grandad, I'm here. What you doing, what you messing about, I'm here, come and get me. Thank you all very much for coming. My wife and I are here today, one day before the 5th anniversary of Ben's disappearance, to announce a significant development in the case which we hope will lead to Ben's recovery. We have had discussions with a benefactor who wishes to remain anonymous concerning the reward for the information leading to Ben's recovery. The result is that the reward has been increased from 7 million drachmas to 191 million drachmas, equivalent to 530,000 English pounds sterling, which is brilliant, really.
Can you tell us anything about the benefactor at all? His nationality, his...
We don't know.
We don't know.
Even though...
No.
How are his parents?
My daughter's had a nervous breakdown.
She's physically and mentally unable to come out on sightings anymore. When someone dies, you can lay them to rest, they're at peace, they're not suffering anymore. But there's this not knowing, for 5 years of not knowing what exactly has happened.
If by some slight chance today on Greek television that Ben is in a house somewhere here watching this, send a message to him now.
We love you very much and we want you to come back to us. That's all I can say. Please get in touch with anyone. I can't go on. Let's see, I can't.
Okay, can we call a halt there? Would you mind?
I always feel funny when I come here. Confused, you know, like somebody's took away our life.
Every night I'm here. 5 years, searching my mind, my brain, like a video going over and over and over. See
if you've missed anything.
In that grey bit before you're in between being awake and being asleep. It's...
Yeah, I walk up and down the main lane so many times when you're asleep. Well, not asleep, just laid. You just see it. You see it in your mind.
It's plain as day. I can see him in the tree. I can see me sat in the barrow having my dinner. I can see him in and out. But I can't see nothing else. I can't see any further than that.
He was just playing in and out of the farmhouse. He was talking. I was telling him off a few times for touching things that I thought he didn't ought to play with, you know, the tools, trowels, etc. And then it was quiet. Went out to check when he wasn't there. There was no sign of him anywhere around.
Ben Needham vanished 3 months after arriving on the Greek island of Kos. His family had taken their life savings and escaped from unemployment in Sheffield in search of a better life. On the day Ben disappeared, his grandparents were looking after him. His mother, Kerry, was at work in a local hotel. Ben's father, Simon, unable to find a job on the island, had returned to Sheffield 2 days earlier. This was the farmhouse that was eventually to be their home. The Needhams had been renovating it while living in a caravan nearby.
Yeah.
The caravan was sort of from length to length of this, right up along there. bought tables and chairs from the gypsies who came up and down. Perfect. Living in this, well, paradise. It was one of the happiest times of our lives. Well, I would say the happiest when we'd found this land and we actually moved. We couldn't wait to move onto the land, could we?
There's nothing left, is there? As though there's nobody ever been here.
Yeah. It looks like nobody has ever lived here.
When Ben disappeared, the Kos police at first suspected the family, saying they had either sold or killed Ben. But after 7 days of grueling interrogation, the police announced that the Needhams were innocent. A thorough search of the fields and ravines around the farmhouse uncovered nothing. This left the police with a third possibility, that Ben had been abducted. But the Kos police were ill-equipped to handle such an investigation, and after a few months the case was quietly put to one side. In the 5 years since Ben vanished, there have been hundreds of sightings of blonde boys fitting his description. Only his family continue to search, combing the land, travelling on a shoestring, following every lead they can. Eddie and Christine are now in Kos to investigate a sighting that has come in after the announcement of the reward. A blonde boy of about the right age has been seen working with a Greek sunbed attendant.
Let's go down and round these people.
Basically, it's just an elimination process, you know, to eliminate this child, and then it's one less to have to worry about when you're back home. It seems as though these are the people, like, who the tourists have seen.
Someone said there is a blonde boy here in maybe it's not this child, but another one. Tourists say they saw a blonde boy here with
on the sunbeds.
Sunbeds. You know of anyone? No. Okay. Did you ever work on sunbeds or anything outside? No?
Some guy with long hair, they said, and he had a blonde boy with him. It was a long shot. We satisfied almost satisfied at this in Ben anyway, you know, but it is disheartening, you know, but we keep going, trying, looking round them. It's just like it's guilt that drives you on, because he were in our care when he disappeared.
We lost him really, but you don't tend to think there's any bad people in a place that's nice and sunny like Kos Island.
It's our fault that Kerry's gone through what she's gone through all these years. Us that's lost her a child.
This is the worst pain anybody could ever have, of losing a child and not know where he is. And over the years, I mean, my life wasn't worth living. I was so weak and vulnerable. Any slight comment or, look I would get, it used to kill me. I used to go home and cry for days, never get out of bed. Twice I've taken pills and twice I tried to slit my wrists. Without Ben, I didn't want to live. He was my life. I would give everything. Even now, I would still give everything to have him back, or to find out where he is and what happened.
Carrie had this dream that she found him. Yeah, she picked him up, didn't she? And she ran and ran and ran. She kept running and running because everyone was chasing after her.
As a result of the reward, new sightings of children resembling Ben are beginning to flow in. These are passed on to the British consul in Athens.
A lady was on a flight from Santorini to Athens the night before last, and she said there was a Gypsy family on board. They had 3 girls and 2 boys. One of the boys was blonde and totally different from all the other children, but she couldn't confirm what the colour of the eyes was. He's between 5 and 7 years old.
Yeah.
And then another one less promising than that. This lady sells scratch lottery cards and the kid goes with her. She calls him Spiro, and he doesn't go to school. But he wants to look at the child again, and he asked us for more details, which we gave, and then he said he would get back to us. So I don't think it's worth every time we get a sighting like this for you to come
No, I don't,
over.
because it's
No.
If you trust me.
While we're here in Greece, I mean,
it'd
you-
have to be
yeah.
something, because we want to carry on, don't we?
Sure.
And, you know, what do
I'm
we
just
do?
relieved that somebody's phoned in,
Well,
to
it
be
shows
honest.
we've had some impact.
Yeah.
Ben is 7 now, and his family may find it difficult to recognise him. A computer-enhanced image has been produced to help with the search.
No, on it. Signomi? Thanks very much. Thank you. Yeah. We've searched because we love him. We're his family. We're his roots. We're his people. Yeah, otherwise we're not going to have enough more posters. He needs to know who he is. He needs to know. I know he's alive.
Christine, could you describe what Ben was like as a toddler?
Don't know if I can, because I'll be upset.
You want to see?
Well, already.
I'll try a minute. I don't think I can. You do it.
Well, it was when Ben was a toddler. He was a very cheeky kid, very friendly. Never stopped running about, always chasing here, there, and everywhere. You know, just like I wouldn't say it was like a normal child. It was more.
It was a bit hyperactive.
Yeah. He was always wanting to run
still.
away from you. Never wanted to be walking by your side. He had to be 2 or 3 yards in front, like, you know.
And happy, really happy.
Yeah.
We're just going to follow up the information that was given to us now, to our best ability, that is. There's been tons
so
of
much,
it
so much.
that we've got to try and pick out the...
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mrs. Stavriandakou saw a gypsy boy, very blonde and fair, begging on the underground. Yeah, well, I've seen one playing a violin, but he's got black hair.
A lady saw a blonde boy get on the train, and he was begging. He was with a dark-skinned, well-dressed man, and it looked as though this man was his protector. The police don't seem to care about following the information up, perhaps because it's not their child and it's not their problem, and it's very hard to do it. It's very difficult to follow the information up. For me and Eddie, it's very, very difficult to follow it up, but we just have to do it.
Despite their lack of help from the police, the Needhams have uncovered much in their 5-year search. There have long been rumours of children being bought and sold in Greece. The family now believe this is what happened to Ben.
Everybody's got their theories, and there's no limit to the number of theories, but a likely scenario is that it was not a planned abduction, but someone saw this lone, blonde, blue-eyed child walking on his own and decided that this was a business opportunity and just took him. Took him off the island straight away, and where he is now, no one really knows. But somebody did it, and other people, I'm sure, know what happened, and this is why we hope that the reward will bring them out.
How do you mean a business opportunity?
Well, there have been cases in the past of children being sold. I think it's fairly common knowledge.
Since Ben disappeared, his grandfather Eddie has had to give up working as a builder due to ill health.
Found up train. It's only a quid.
The Needhams fund their frequent trips to Greece, mainly through selling collectibles at boot fairs.
Got a carriage to it as well. It only wants batteries. How's your camera?
I've got boxes and boxes of books at home if you want. Oh, that's excellent. It'll have to be after we come back, obviously, from Athens. We've had hundreds of sightings of boys who could be Ben. They're nearly all blonde boys with Greeks who look out of place, flying the milk.
It's an example with this child here. It's in Turkey. The lady is English, but they thought that this guy here, this child here, was Ben because he was with a typically Turkish Muslim-looking woman.
A Greek headmaster said that he thought Ben might be in his school. He's took pictures of the blonde lad with his class as well, and this has been checked, but that's not Ben.
They've been eliminated.
This child we met, didn't we?
We met that child, yeah. We went to Kefalonia.
Little blonde one stood out because he was with an old Greek woman. He did belong to the people. This blonde-haired child here was with this really dark, really dark, black in fact, working the sunbeds.
On roads.
Yeah.
Every single day I used to go to my mum and dad's and it'd be Ben, Ben, Ben all the time. What can we do? What didn't we do? Do you think this person could have done something? Do you think that person could have done something? Every single day we saw each other, it was that conversation, and it gets to you. You know, it used to drive me mad, really. I didn't want to listen to it anymore. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. There had to be a break, and there wasn't. No matter how many times you went over the story, it was the same ending.
Two years after Ben's disappearance, Kerry and Simon had a second child, Leanna.
Oh? You want to go higher? Yeah. Yeah?
I was, given advice about that it would help me, to give me something to focus my attentions on. As being a mother, I was like a mother without a child. So if I had another one, that maternal feeling should come back, or should, still be there to give to another child, and it wasn't.
For 5 years he's been Ben, the search for Ben. It destroyed the family. It's destroyed Kerry and Simon's life.
Thank you. We went through a period where our whole family split up, really. There wasn't anything else in our lives, just Ben. Shout him again.
2 weeks after Leanna was born, Simon was convicted of burglary and sentenced to 5 years in prison.
No coffee. No. Simon's more stupid than bad. I know it was a terrible thing what he did, but I mean he's more stupid than bad.
I nearly had a nervous breakdown when Simon was found guilty of charges, because he said that's it now, that nobody will help us anymore. We'll not find Ben now because of this.
Thank you very much, sir. Cheers, thank you. Last year we managed to save, I think it was about £1,000.
How much have you made this morning?
This morning? I don't know, how much have you got?
About £15.
Have you?
Yeah, about £16. Oh. About £20.
£20. Which is...
Well, it's all right.
It's all right. It all helps, doesn't it?
The £500,000 reward has rekindled interest in Ben's case. The story is featured in a 3-hour special on the popular Greek television show Missing.
Έχω την αίσθηση ότι σήμερα ξεκινάμε για ένα πολύ μεγάλο ταξίδι και για ένα περιπετειώδες ταξίδι. Αναζητάμε αυτό το βράδυ τον Ben Needham. Το παιδάκι αυτό που χάθηκε πριν από 5 χρόνια στην ΚΟ σε ηλικία μόλις 20 μηνών. Ένα παιδί που θα έλεγα ότι μπήκε σαν σύμφωνα στη ζωή μας, μας κατέκτησε, μπήκε μες στην καρδιά μας. Ένα παιδάκι που αγαπήσαμε, δεν έχει σημασία ότι είναι από την Αγγλία. Ήταν εδώ, κοντά μας, στην ΚΟ.
Λοιπόν, τον Μπεν τον είδα τον 92 τον Αύγουστο, ερχόμενο από διακοπές από Κύθυρα, και ήταν απέναντί μου, όπως είναι η θέση στο λεωφορείο, ήταν ο Μπεν με μια κυρία.
Τον Μπεν τον είδα το τέλος του Μάη του 1996, ήρθε στο σπίτι μου να με πουλήσει σπίρτα.
There is a huge response and calls flood in from all over Greece. One of these callers, a prisoner, makes an astonishing claim.
Ευχαριστώ.
Λέγομαι Μπέτζικος Αντώνης.
Μάλιστα.
Είμαι βαρυπινίτης, είμαι συνάδελφος στις φυλακές.
Ναι.
Και θα ήθελα να καταθέσω όλη την αλήθεια για τον μικρό τον Μπεν.
Μάλιστα.
Λοιπόν, κοιτάξτε να δείτε. Ο μικρός ο Μπεν βρίσκεται στα χέρια μου. Δηλαδή, όταν λέμε στα χέρια μου, βρίσκεται σε έναν ξάδερφό μου.
Ναι.
Ο οποίος αυτός ο ξάδερφός μου είναι στη Γερμανία και αυτή τη στιγμή τώρα ήταν εδώ στην Ελλάδα.
Μάλιστα.
Είναι μια άδεια εδώ πέρα. Ο Μπεν βρίσκεται στην Πάτρα.
Νούμερο και σε ποια περιοχή, το νούμερο του τρόλεϊ.
Ναι, δηλαδή, τι είναι αυτό.
Μάλιστα.
Είναι πιο... Πώς αμαγείς,
Έλα μου.
Τι άλλα.
Ναι.
Αλλά δεν ξέρω αν είναι.
It's like we've waited for good information for 5 years and now we get some. I daren't believe that it's good in case it's not, and then it's disappointing again. So I'm just being a bit more cautious, I think, in my mind.
No, you're just trying to, you're afraid and you're trying to find fault with the information.
Yeah, I am trying to find fault with it because I believe that people, they mean things, you know, they mean to
Yeah, but
help.
we've got people who's named the man who took Ben from
But what if
Cosgrave.
he's lying?
Well, if he's lying, he's lying. Yeah, but I mean, you can't sit back at home and say, "Oh, we can't go because she's
Oh
lying."
no, I didn't mean that. I wouldn't go and look at it. I mean, I want to look at it, but I don't know about being certain about it because
No,
it's
I know
too
that.
scary,
I know
isn't
that,
it?
but-
Because it's too upsetting. You know, if you think, right, this is the one, I think we're going to find him before Christmas, then, I mean, if we don't, what are we going to do at Christmas then, when we haven't got him at Christmas?
I think that we'll either find Ben or find out what happened to Ben before Christmas.
Despite the prisoner's extraordinary allegations, the Greek police haven't responded. Once again, it's left to the Needhams to follow the trail. Eddie and Chris travelled 200 miles north to Larissa Prison to hear the prisoner's story for themselves. Filming is forbidden in Greek jails, but we secretly record the visit.
Did his cousin take Ben?
Ναι, αν ο ξάδερφός σου πήρε τον Ben. Ξέρεις αν...
Ναι, βέβαια.
Ναι, βέβαια. Says yes, of course.
Yes.
Κάποιο νησί.
We have stolen this one from an island. That's what they said.
Ήταν όλοι μαζί, ναι.
They were all in cross.
Where is Ben now?
Ξέρεις που είναι ο Ben τώρα?
Σε κάποια οικογένεια στην Πάτρα. Στην Πάτρα.
He's in Patra. He says
Yeah.
he's in Patra.
Whereabouts in Patra? Has he got an address?
Ξέρεις ακριβώς που στην Πάτρα?
Ακριβώς δεν ξέρω.
For the...
No.
No address.
I'm shocked. I can't believe it. I'm totally shocked. The guy's got nothing to lose then if he's got 22 years in prison. This is why he can tell the
Don't
truth.
get upset. It's going to be all right. We're going to find him.
Εμένα δεν με ενδιαφέρουν τα λεφτά. Παρόλο που δεν έχω τσιγάρο να πιω εδώ μες στη φυλακή, δεν με ενδιαφέρουν τα λεφτά. Γιατί και εγώ είμαι πατέρας που ναώ, δεν θέλω φράγκο από αυτά τα λεφτά να πω.
Δεν θα πάμε να τους παίρνουν out here with you.
God, I don't know.
Now, there's one question. Will it be easy to get Ben back?
I believe that.
I do.
I really
Do we want to believe it?
No, he's got nothing to lose.
Oh, wow, that was amazing.
Did you get it all, Nick?
It's amazing. We've got full statement of everything.
The guy's got 22 years left to serve in prison. And he's told us everything. We've left him money for phone cards. He's going to phone the people. And we've told him that we don't want no police involved. We're just happy to get Ben back without any trouble. And he's agreed to phone these people and to help us. I believe we will find Ben with these people, with the help of these people. But I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm numb, to be
You're
honest.
overwhelmed, aren't you, by it all? It's strange when somebody says, yeah, we know all the stuff, we know all the stuff.
But then again, it may not be true. He may be a boy, but it may not be Ben.
I think we'll just die of disappointment if it's not Ben this time. I think we'll die if it's not.
The prisoner, Adonis Bedzios, has told the Needhams that his cousin and 3 other gypsies took Ben from Kos. He claims he saw Ben in 1992 at the home of the Karimi gypsy family. He alleges that Ben has now been sold to a wealthy family in the southern port of Patra.
I've had a shock, to say the least, today, Kay, with this prisoner.
Okay. What's he said?
He's trying to find the address for these people who's got Ben.
Or to arrange for them to give Ben to
Or
us.
to arrange for them to give Ben back to us without the police being involved.
Oh, God.
I know.
They don't want... They're frightened. They want to give him up.
They're frightened, these people, and they want to give him up, but they don't know how they can do it without getting caught. But we believe him that there is a boy.
He's genuine, he's not...
At the end of the day, love, it may not be our Ben. It may be just another child that we've not even heard about gone missing. You know what I mean?
I know, I can't take it in, I can't. I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do?
No.
Why?
Eh?
You don't know what to do?
Kerry, we'll find something and we'll get to the bottom of it, and there's no way we're coming back until we've seen this kid. No way.
In Greece today, there is an active illegal trade in children being sold for adoption. The Athens police have broken 8 major child-selling rings in the past 5 years. For Eddie and Chris, this lends credibility to the prisoner's claim that Ben was stolen.
Κοιτάξτε, υπάρχουν κάποια κυκλώματα τα οποία εμπορεύονται παιδιά στην Ελλάδα. Βέβαια είναι πάρα πολύ δύσκολο να διαλευκανθούν αυτές τις περιπτώσεις, και όσες περιπτώσεις μέχρι στιγμής έχουν έρθει στην αστυνομία και έχουν εξιχνιαστεί μέσω καταγγελιών που κυρίως είναι ανώνυμες. Κοιτάξτε, οι περιπτώσεις αυτές, περισσότερες από τις οποίες είχαμε, και μπορώ να σας πω το 80%, είναι με εμπλοκή τσιγκάνων μέσα. Αν είναι αγόρι είναι μεγαλύτερη τιμή, αν είναι κορίτσι είναι χαμηλότερη τιμή. Αν είναι τσιγκανάκι είναι χαμηλότερη τιμή, αν είναι ξανθό, με γαλανά μάτια, με άσπρο δέρμα, οπωσδήποτε είναι υψηλότερες τιμές. Κυμαίνονται μέχρι 5 εκατομμύρια περίπου οι τιμές για το αγόρι, μιλάω. Για το κορίτσι μπορεί να είναι 500-800 χιλιάδες λιγότερες.
Πιστεύετε ότι στον Ben μπορεί να έχει συμβεί κάτι τέτοιο, να έχει απαχθεί και πουληθεί?
Πιθανόν. Είναι μια περίπτωση στην οποία δεν έχουμε κάνει έρευνα, σαν υπηρεσία μιλάω πάντα, είναι μια περίπτωση στην οποία δεν έχουμε κάνει έρευνα, γιατί δεν έχει έρθει σε εμάς μια επίσημη ειδοποίηση για την διεξαγωγή έρευνας, αλλά από την εμπειρία που υπάρχει, τη συνολική εμπειρία στην υπηρεσία αυτή, μπορώ να πω ότι είναι πολύ πιθανό.
The prisoner, Bedzios, hasn't called back with an address in Patra for Ben, and the Needhams cannot contact him inside the prison. But there has been a sighting in Patra of a blonde 7-year-old boy living with a wealthy couple, and the Needhams are on their way. The sighting is being investigated by Mariana Faithful, who was herself sold as a baby. She now runs an organisation for others who were sold by orphanages and who want to find their natural families.
About 10,000 children changed hands from the Athens orphanage, and then you have Salonika and you have Patras, and it's happening even today. They pay a lot of money.
How much?
20 million, 30 million drachmas. See, there's not enough children to adopt in Greece. It's a national hobby. I'm not joking. It's becoming like a national hobby here. There's a professional couple who couldn't have any children of their own.
Yeah.
Finally, people saw her with a kid, you know, and
fitting Ben's description.
Yes, yes. The child is blonde, he's thin, he's tall, and he wears glasses. Right? But an eye specialist rang me up and he said to me that if the color of the eyes is not the same, he said to me, don't worry, because they can change it with contact lenses. They can change that now, you see. So we don't worry about that either. In 1953, I was bought and sold and adopted illegally, and I found out I was adopted when I was 16, and ever since then I started looking for my real family, and it took me 27 years to find them.
The last 5 years just seems like a fairy tale, as though it's as though we've been up for 5 years, we've been blind, and suddenly now we're in the light, and I don't know how to handle, I don't know what to do next. I believe everything we've been told, and we may be 2 days or 3 days away from finding Ben.
At dawn, Mariana takes Eddie and Chris to stake out the house where she claims Ben has been seen, hoping to catch sight of him as he leaves for school.
It's daylight.
It's daylight, yeah.
Nothing.
No sign of anything, anybody.
We are looking for. They got a day off today. So.
Oh dear. What time is it?
20 to 8 now.
Well, we'll get well 8 o'clock because he's not going to be going to school after 8 o'clock, is he?
No, not to worry about us. Don't see lights through them shutters.
The cars are there anyway, aren't they?
Well, there's 2 cars, but there's 4 flats.
Well, there's any people there, I don't know. They was definitely here last night.
The bus should have come by now.
If the child's going to school.
Keep the child at home.
So is that the private school bus?
No. This is him. That's him, all right.
Is it?
That's him. That's him. That's her. No kid.
Where's he then?
Bloody hell, this is it, babies.
Said we got the wrong house, didn't
This is it. I mean, where's the bloody kid, you know?
Stay here, don't good following him.
I don't know. They're the couple.
They are the
Them.
the
That was
parents
them.
of the boy.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
They've left, I don't know. They've left the boy inside.
We don't knock on the door. We don't know who he's with.
The whole thing seems crazy. The whole thing. Walking up and down, looking in people's houses, filming their doorways. It's not real. It's like not a real world. No authorities care. They don't care whether we find him or we do. They don't care. I mean, the people that have given information, they don't even bother going to see them, to see if it's right or wrong. They don't visit people. They don't question them. They don't take notes. They don't do nothing. Everybody's lost sight of it. The whole world lost sight of it. If they ever had it in their sight in the first place. I'm sorry, I can't speak about it.
Several days later, Mariana discovers that the boy in question is definitely not Ben. The Needhams now turn their attention to finding the Gypsies, who the prisoner says abducted and sold their grandson. After their disappointment in Patra, Eddie and Christine travel north to Macedonia in search of the gypsies they were told took Ben. It's not just the prisoner Bedzios who says his cousin and the Karimi family were responsible. A video of a child looking like Ben has been shown on Greek television.
Με τις φωτογραφίες του Ben. Όμως και αυτή τη φορά οι έρευνες απέβησαν άκαρπες. Κανείς δεν είχε δει το παιδί.
A private detective, Stratos Baketsis, claims he secretly made the tape while investigating the Karimi Gypsies. He has contacted the British police, claiming that he too has been told by Gypsies that they took Ben from Kos.
Βέτζιο, Κερίμη, Σαμαρά και αστυνομικό Μωυσιάδη.
All those persons, they do have kidnapped the boy from Kos.
Where are these people? Where are they now?
The Bezios is in the city of Grevena.
Πήγα να τον βρω και κρύφτηκε.
It's a city in the Western Macedonian, Greek Macedonian. He tried to find him, but it is not able because he takes care not to be shown.
And do you know where that is?
Well,
you told the police in England that some gypsies came into your office and admitted taking Ben from Kos.
That's what they told us.
Yes.
Who was the gypsy?
There are some evidences, but we are not able to check it because this boy that we are looking for now is by another family, perhaps not in Greece but in Germany or in Europe, but he has not.
What about the gypsies that came into the office?
Later.
Hopefully,
step by step. Now
Get angry, you idiot.
you are going to hear everything.
No, they're pissing about, they're messing about.
No, but you have to wait until you get everything.
They're messing us about.
Just
Like I
wait.
said would happen.
Wait.
We don't need the money. That means we have not a financial win by this way. It's for us it's not interesting. The money.
Despite their claims, the private detective and his lawyer seem more interested in gaining publicity for themselves than providing any hard evidence. Nonetheless, what they say does seem to confirm the allegations made by the prisoner.
Now, at this moment in time, I believe we know what's happened. Finding him, that's another thing. But I do believe that we're getting nearer and nearer and nearer each day. Because nothing makes sense, but everything makes sense, if you know what I mean. What these people have done doesn't make sense, but now it is making sense. I'm not making sense, but you know what I mean. I know what I mean, but.
The Needham search for the Karimi family and the boy featured in the video leads them west to Varia. They meet up with Reina Coveliotti, a local journalist who knows the gypsies well. She agrees to take Eddie and Chris to try and find the Karimi family.
Γεια σας, καλημέρα. Αυτή τσάπτη με γεκωτή καφάμα τη κεράμη. Και έλεγες κακένα, δεν στην είναι και αυτοί οι άνθρωποι.
Οπωσδήποτε πονάμε, όπως πονάμε εμείς για τα παιδιά μας, έτσι πονάνε και αυτοί για τα παιδιά τους.
Γιος του Αντρέα.
Ναι.
Και η αδερφή σας είναι η Ζωή.
Ναι.
He's Andreas' son. Andreas Karimi's
Έχει
son.
Andreas Karimi's son.
Ο πατέρας του έχει
παράλληλο.
Ξέρετε αν η Ζωή ήξερε τον Μπεν, ήξερε τον είχε κάπου, τον είχε δει.
Όχι, έχει 4 παιδιά αυτή.
Δεν είναι κάποιο από αυτά ο Μπεν.
Όχι.
She has 4 children, but none of them is Ben. She has 4 children of her own.
Someone gave us information.
Κάποιος μας έδωσε πληροφορίες ότι η Ζωή τον είχε τον Ben.
Απορρίψαμε, δηλαδή. Ναι, δηλαδή τι κάνει αυτός ο άνθρωπος δεν μπορούμε να καταλαβαίνουμε. Εδώ δεν υπάρχει τέτοιο πράγμα, μακάρι να ήταν, Μακάρι να ακούσουμε, μακάρι να δούμε, να πούμε κάθε μέρα ή να πάει να το πάρει το παιδί του. Αλλά δεν ξέρουμε, κουκλίτσα.
Επειδή γυρίζουμε εμείς πάντο. Ναι. Μπορούμε να βοηθήσουμε.
Αν κάποια στιγμή είναι κρίμα.
Ο ίδιος είναι πιο πολύ λυπηθήκαμε από τη μάνα αυτό. Το βλέπουμε στη τηλεόραση.
Γιατί να πάρουν το ξένο το παιδί. Γιατί να πάρουν το ξένο το παιδί. Γιατί το μεγάλο.
She's saying that this guy in prison is a terrible man and he does terrible things. He told us he wasn't a gypsy, but he is, but from a different tribe. Not the same people as these. So I don't know now, Nick, what the hell to believe anymore.
Ναι, ο Μπένις είναι αυτός. Ναι, ο Ράμπος είναι αυτός.
Στο Ράμπο.
Ο Ράμπος.
I can't make any sense of it. They know something. They have to know something. But they daren't say. I believe they want to, but they daren't. The only thing we can be sure of is that this Kerimi's family has definitely had a boy pass through their hands. But whether it's Ben or not, we don't know. I believe it could very well be.
The Corgi Gypsies are infamous in northern Greece. There are allegations of the family's involvement in drug dealing and robbery, as well as Ben's abduction. With the help of Reina Coveliotti, the Needhams attempt to track down Andreas Corgi, the head of the Corgi clan.
Μας έχουν κάνει οι ρεζίλοι πέρσι. Βάλε με φέτο, βάλτε ξύλα μου μεζική.
Λες εγώ να θέλω να σε κάνω.
Να φύγετε, να μην μας κάνετε τέτοιες δουλειές. Γιατί τα πλακώσουμε, τα βάλουμε τις καραπίνες να σκοτώσουμε. Πρώτα εσάς τα σκοτώσουμε.
Τώρα θα βρίσκεις αυτά όμορφα πράγματα.
Μα τι πράγματα είναι αυτά που μας κάνετε. Τα ψάχνουμε μωρά τα δικά σας να βρούμε εμείς.
Άκουσε με λίγο.
Ποια παρακαλώ, κάντε χάρη του φίλου.
εγώ ποτέ εσάς.
Κάντε χάρη μου του φίλου. Να πας να το βρεις εκεί που θες λιπτά 200 εκατομμύρια. Θα πάμε να βρούμε κλέφτικα παιδιά, τι μας περάσατε εσείς.
Τι φωνάζει, είναι ωραία πράγματα να.
Μα τι είναι αυτό που έρθει και ρωτάς τα μωρά αυτά τα μωρά και μας ρωτάς έχουμε κανένα παιδί ξένο.
Ρώτησα, μα ξέρεις ανθρωπέ μου.
Πού να το ξέρουν.
Εσύ ανέχανες.
Εσύ ξέρεις το δικό μου το αυτοκίνητο που το βρεις.
Εσύ ανέχανες το
σε παρακαλώ πάλι
να το δρόμο να ρωτήσεις.
Πάμε να το βρεις εσύ. Κάτι χάρη μου του φίλου. Έτσι μας κάνατε
πέρσι. Δεν έχω τι να πω.
Πέρσι μας κάνατε έτσι καλέ.
Δεν καταλαβαίνεις το.
Τι να καταλάβω, πάμε να το βρεις.
Εσύ ανέχανες το παιδί σιγά σιγά.
Ψέματα.
Έτσι λέγανε το Χρήστο, το πήρε ο Χρήστος. Ο Χρήστος έχει παιδιά, τα είδατε.
It's almost impossible for the Needhams to know who is telling the truth. They later find out that there is a terrible feud between the prisoner and the Corgi family. There is no way of knowing who is lying for the sake of the reward. And perhaps the Gypsies are an easy scapegoat in a country where nobody wants to take responsibility for Ben's disappearance.
Thank you. Careful! Don't! You're cruel to me.
My feelings towards Liana last year, I cared about her, but I didn't love her as a mother should. Hopefully now I'm getting back on that road to being able to love her and care for her as my daughter. I was very, very close to Ben. In my heart I know he's alive. I will never ever give up, even if it takes me my last breath. I won't give up wanting to know what happened to him and where he is and how he is.
The day when Ben disappeared, I came down here and we searched all this area, all along here. Right the way I went personally, right the way back, all the way down there, right to the road. Like took it in tears. But this is my favourite spot in Heracles, really, the orchard. It's so beautiful and unchanged, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. This was the dream.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel any anger or any hate towards Heracles. That may sound strange. But what I have found, what I find even stranger, is that there's a family that lives in that house now, right? And they've got small children running up and down that lane all by themselves, right?
They're not afraid of anything.
Nobody's
They're not
stolen
afraid
their
of them falling down a well or a hole or...
The only thing
they're
she's
just
afraid
playing
of-
out. They're just playing out like Ben was playing out. So why did it happen to Ben? Why did it happen to Ben? There's a reason.
There's got to be. At one point, I felt as though we were going to get Ben back. I really did feel as though we were going to get Ben back. But now, I don't know, Nick. It's just, I don't think I've got the strength at this moment anyway to carry on. I suppose we will.
I just talk him into the next day. Say, come on, just one more day. It'll be all right. There's something wrong. It's too strange. It's too unlikely that a boy just vanishes from the face of the earth.
Nobody, I don't think anybody believes it's actually happened, apart from us. And I do get angry, knowing that Ben is out there and nobody seems to be interested.
The police was there.